So no, maybe her voice didn't work. Not everybody's as tough as you. Maybe she was in shock. How the system failed. Ukrainian refugee brutally unalived on Charlotte train. Small, frail girl getting on a bus or a train or whatever. I think this was a rail. Yeah, it's a train. Train even harder to get out of. Y'all had the chance to stomp dude's whole shit out. Y'all could have made wine of his fucking head. Horrific video, 23-year-old Ukrainian refugee being butchered on a Charlotte train points to a system that failed. In so many ways. It failed with him being free. It failed with him not being hospitalized. It failed with all of these people that are out here that are paranoid schizophrenics and they're in the street. It looks like she got a work uniform on. Zeppides. Come to another country, trying to do something for herself, trying to get away from war. And this mamabicho sitting behind her. Just a convergence of two timelines. A convergence of two lives. And he's a whole bitch. Because he didn't pick on nobody else in there. All those men in there. And this pussy didn't go for nobody else. When he could have. Because they put up less of a fight than she did. Bunch of bitches. The deranged homeless man charged with unaliving Iryna Zarutska was free on cashless bail. After a magistrate released him with just a written promise to show up for court. Oh, IOUs for warrants. Shout out Deb. What medical question do you have, Shy? I was wondering, since he quickly poked her in the neck, was there any hope of enough pressure, enough people being able to help her make it out of that? It probably sounds like a stupid ass question. I'm already salty that they was late in helping her and putting pressure on the wound. I saw a scared little girl look around, knowing what had just happened to her, and I believe understanding what was about to happen to her. And she had to go through all that before anybody lifted a finger. But had they got pressure on there instantly, was there any hope for her? Or did they have to get in that wound and pinch off that artery? I know, sounds crazy. I'm 2 beers and a shot in. This jerk off didn't pick none of the men on that fucking train. This was despite, so he gave an IOU to the judge. I'll be there, judge. This was despite the fact that the Carlos Brown Jr., 34, had a nearly 2-decade history of violence and mental illness. That is a menace to society. Not an elotero selling corn, mayonnaise, and cheese on the motherfucking street. You know, not some kid walking to school, minding his business, being profiled. That is a menace to society. All this National Guard bullshit. Using the military to police. You threw these people to the street. You took away all those mental health facilities. You cut those budgets. Where'd that money go? Huh? Millions. Where'd that money go? Huh? Fuck out of here. Not only did he not pick a man, he did it from the back. Just every different kind of bitch I could call him is what he is. Anybody that love him. All those people on there. Again, we have a societal contract. A contract where we not supposed to poke at you. She's supposed to be able to sit in front of him without a worry. That's why she came to this country. 2-decade history of violence and mental illness. That's a can't get right if you ask me. That's a you can't fix him. You ain't give him the tools to be fixed. His own mother told local TV station WSOC that her son was schizophrenic and should never have been allowed to roam the streets. If his mama knew it, his probation officer should have known it, the judge should have known it. The president should have known that he threw 1 million of these motherfuckers out in the street. And they sitting behind you on the bus. We all too many times trust society way too much. And we just walk around and let motherfuckers get too close to us. Don't take much distance, man. Just a little bit. His mama knew. She didn't know. This poor girl right here didn't know. Minding her fucking business. He picked the skinniest, tiny little white girl out there. But Brown, who was allegedly a fare beater, fare beater, so he was jumping the turnstile, was a free man right up until the moment cops said he viciously poked Zarutska in an unprovoked and cowardly sneak attack. He's a bitch. He's a bitch. She's a bitch. Y'all some bitches in the back, but those. Situational awareness, pay attention. We all have our moments. We're all gonna fuck up. But if you on it, you it's better be on it than not be on it. And guess what? I'm probably not gonna say for a woman, but for a man, a little empathy and a little bit of cojones. If you got a key in your pocket, take his fucking eye out. If you got a hammer on you, blow his fucking melon through the window. Cause you don't know if he's gonna be stuck on that train and poke somebody else up or do. Or the least you could do, if you're not gonna do none of that, try to help her. Try to comfort her. Show her that somebody's there. She's leaving this fucking mortal coil. This plane of existence. She ain't do shit but get on the motherfucking bus. Minded her fucking business. Everybody froze the fuck up. And it looked to me like they felt like if they don't look that way, it ain't happening. Or, I am on my way home, I'm tired, I ain't got time for this shit today. That shit broke my heart. We're looking at this video. I'm going to look at a video. I don't know the whole interaction. I'm just telling you what I seen. And I also saw somebody accuse the internet and the media of trying to race bait this shit and not showing all the footage. I want to see all of it. I want to see all of it. Shout out Analog. It's called the bystander effect. What's that, Analog? That they just, reality ain't happening, huh? I can't live with myself, man. I couldn't. Looking away, I don't have empathy for bullshit. But I have empathy for people that, vulnerable people that ain't got much to defend themselves with. But Brown, who was allegedly a fare beater, was a free man right up until the moment he stabbed Zarutska in an unprovoked and cowardly sneak attack. It comes from the story of a lady getting poked and people walking by not helping her. Bro, like, at that point, you're not even in danger, right? I could see if you pay out and you don't want no problems with the assailant, right? But then at that point, aren't you, if you safe and you're not helping her, you're just... Nothing. At least comfort her. She's leaving. Nothing? You got nothing? I can't look at you as a human being. I'd question your love and how you'd protect your own. I really would. That shit's crazy to me. Like the mentality, I don't want to get involved. I'm tired. I'm not trying to get home late tonight. I don't want to get questioned by police. I want nobody in my business. Yeah, man. Humanity has itself in a corner. Our things, our possessions, the things we love have taken us away from each other. Unaliving and being that's a picture. A guy is holding her. Well, amen to that guy that was holding her. I'd love to see how quick he got there. Because I've been hearing a lot of shit about this shit, and that shit's heartbreaking. The bystander effect is a social psychological phenomenon where individuals are less likely to offer help to a victim when other people are present. Oh, that's some way for you to do it. As the responsibility to act is diffused amongst them. Wow. Copy and paste for Google. Salute Analog. I appreciate you. Came with the receipts. Shout out Deb. I just watched the video in slow motion of this, and yes, if someone would have helped her, she would have lived. God damn it, man. Lisa did. The people who sat back not helping her after he walked away. He said, I got that white girl twice. Yeah, I haven't heard that part yet. But again, he could have said fucking whatever. Buddy off his motherfucking square. They needed to eat him alive. They needed to eat him alive. Motherfuckers get smoked for less than that. They needed to eat him alive. White girl, black girl, purple girl, whatever. They needed to eat him alive. Some responsibility got to go to the people sometime, huh? That's that shit we talking about, though. Everybody just waiting around for somebody to protect them. Nobody's going to save you. Done if you're waiting for somebody to save you. Done. Nobody's going to save you. The police going to show up 2 hours after your body's cold. So Tati talks all this shit about women not being more feminine. Yet, if you look too feminine, you're vulnerable and a target. Sadly, to pussy-ass, sucker-ass dudes that's more feminine than y'all. Yeah. Now the internet celebrating him on X, saying this is what y'all get. Who? Celebrating who and who's y'all? Shouting out him, shouting out who? Celebrating dude that stabbed this little white girl? And then this is what y'all get. Who, what? Little white girls? Come on, man. Shout out Astro Dream TV. America's cooked. Man, boy.
This is America.
Man, it's a cold-ass world. It's disgusting, dog. And it's been cold as long as I've been in it, but it's just filth. We are Sodom and Gomorrah. We need a Daenerys Targaryen to burn this motherfucker down. Fuck those people that didn't help her. Just coward. Society's changed, not for the better. I pull out my camera before I use my phone to call for help. Yeah, that's what they do. They watch you empty and leak out. We need more hugs and ice cream. As she rode on the train home, going home from her job, she already worked a shift. She made it to the crib. It's time to fucking relax. Additionally, it has emerged that local cops do not even police the Charlotte area transit system, and their security is outsourced. Where they at? Hey, Punk in the back. Look what he just did. Punk right here. Look what he just did. Punk within arm's reach. Look what he just did. She looks terrified. At this point, all of y'all looking. Maybe you don't know he poked her. Maybe you don't know he poked her, but me, my first thought is to fucking find out what happened. First thought, look, ask, did he hit you? She said, I don't know, or yes, or whatever she say. Further investigation, and then it's time to eat. That's just human. That's not tough guy. So to anybody who my aggression happens to tickle their little butterfly inside and they feel like I'm talking too aggressive, stay out of this conversation. The moment some fast shit happen and I see a little terrified girl, white girl, black girl, brown girl, doesn't matter to me. What did he just do? I don't know. Hey, what the fuck did you just do? And then you eat. Humanity is pussified. Look at her, man. Look at her. I know a lot of people in here got daughters. Look at her. They're like, oh, next stop, my stop. They're not. It could have been you. Could have been you, girl with the glasses. Look at her, man. Terrified. And she just got poked in the carotid artery. And he walked off. This dude right here should have put him in a rear naked choke. He'd have probably got stabbed in the hand a couple of times. But he should have put him in a rear naked choke. And he should have held that shit. Question I would ask myself is, Do I put him to sleep? Or do I send him to the upper room? At this moment, she knows he did something to her, but I don't know if she knows that she got poked. Sometimes you got to see it. She just felt impact. Sometimes you got to see it. What you get up for? What you get up for? What you get up for, bro? You didn't do shit. The contract allows for 218 security personnel system-wide, but 32 roles, 15% of those positions are currently vacant, Q City Metro reported. So they can't even hire motherfuckers to do that job? If there's a budget that's 32 roles short, or 15% of those positions short, where's that money going? And I'm not saying security would have saved her anyway. Probably not. Deb says if these people would have put pressure on that wound earlier, and she said she saw the video. I think Deb saw more of the video than I did. This shit's sad, man. This shit is sad. Out of pocket. But the reaction of these people is crazy to me. Papa, you got up and you second guessed yourself. So now she realizes, I'm gutted. She's crying. It's all coming together. This guy's walking forward for nothing. She's looking. Then I get over there, take the strap of your purse and fucking lock that neck down, man. Just make sure her other artery's good. If you're a father, Velez, all of you fathers, 298, all of y'all, salute to y'all. Y'all probably did it already, and this is not a judgment, you know what I'm saying? But it's something that I see my own man do for my little sister. Go get you some CPR classes, something. Because like that dude that was talking about the Raza incident, shit gets slow motion real quick. These people weren't fucking ready and they ain't do nothing for that girl. The least she could have had was some comfort on the way out. Me, I'm quick to get into a fight on a bus, train, or whatever. Fall out of pocket with this girl. Be an old man that sits next to some girl that fucking is terrified. I got something for you. Whether I got a hammer on me or these fucking hammers on me, that's it. Oh, you think you're tough, shy, whatever. You ain't doing that shit. So I don't know. You know, I don't even want to talk to you. Character, integrity is something real. And if there's somebody that's weaker than you and you can help and you don't do nothing, I'm gonna mind my business. You're mama huevo.
No, mommy's weak.
Moms too, all of that. Moms learn how to do a rear naked choke, man. So you can fucking, if you have to, you smoke some shit. My nieces get mad at me. I'll be like, rear naked choke right now. She'll be, I'll be rear naked choke right now. And they're reluctant to do it because they're scared they're gonna hurt me. I want them to be dangerous. I want them to be dangerous. This little girl right here, she did not have. I would have said, baby, if you could sit with nobody behind you, sit with nobody behind you. Strategically find a seat. She probably went to the nearest seat. She had a long shift. She was tired. She went to the nearest seat. She sat down. This is America. Me, I don't move like that. I move like life is a video game. Always have. Call it what you want. Kept me moving in the right direction. Any fucking direction I wanted to move in. Period. I teach my young ladies in my life the art of dirty fighting. Dirty for poke an eye. Grab a nut. Stomp on it. That's the move. Shout out Analog. Fish hook, thumb to the eye, all that shit. Everything. Bite a motherfucker. Whatever you gotta do. Take a fucking eyeball out. I feel so terrible for her. Me too. And I feel embarrassed for everybody else. Man. She's alone right now, man. You know those sharp, they're like little sharp fucking pointy things that got like knuckle imprints that you could grab like this? Put that shit on your keychain, young lady. Don't use it because you get into a fight with a girl. One of these dirty motherfuckers touch you, boom. Take a nostril out. She should have done what you recommended. Sit somewhere safe. Keep your shit stashed. Keep your shit tucked. Don't keep your shit visible. Keep a weapon on you. Pepper spray. Cause some chaos. Get motherfuckers. These motherfuckers didn't get involved, bro. Right here, she realized what happened. She's leaking. And she knows it. Breaks my motherfucking heart. And I ain't got much of it. Shit made of stone. This guy got up. He didn't do shit. She looking. He looking. He looking. He looking. It's 4 dudes here. You look like a motherfucking nurse. You could be motherfucking putting some pressure on her wound, comforting her instantaneously. The 4 of you could have took dude out. The 8 of you on the other side could have took dude out. Cowards. I'm not trying to be a badass. But I just would hope that somebody would go help my daughter. I would hope somebody would help my mother. I would hope somebody will help my sisters. Hit the like button if you have yet to do so. Those keychains will save your life. Put that shit in his fucking nostril. Show him the balls with that motherfucker. Get that motherfucker in the eye socket. This will forever make me teach my young ladies to go sit their ass somewhere else. Or go stand up. I know you're tired, baby. But I'd rather be tired and have you have an opportunity to back the fuck up and palm this motherfucker off you than you not even knowing that this fucker just stood up and he's going to hit you in your shit. I'd rather have you have that opportunity. Papa, what you get up for, man? You ain't go put dude in the motherfucking RNC and end him? Fuck it, you get cut a couple times in your arms, you get some stitches, you be alright. Oh, girl, why you ain't take that strap or whatever the fuck you got in your hand, put some pressure on her wound? She's sitting right there, probably contemplating that her shit is over. She looked over at that lady. She got nothing in return. The lady's packing her shit. I'm sorry, lady. Fuck you. I'm sorry. You didn't have to go fight, dude. You had to come for her. I hope she would have had the empathy in her heart and her soul to comfort you if it was you in that situation. She looked over, man. She looked over to see if somebody's going to be there for her. She got nothing.
This is America.
It's fucking sad, bro. She looked for something. She got nothing. Look. See it? Shout out Dan McD. They say she got poked in the neck. She ain't leaking. So what the fuck is that on her knee? What did she look at? What did she look down at on her shirt and start crying about? Dan? What's that on this knee? What's that dripping all over the floor when dude walked away, huh?
No, mommy's wake.
See it? Want me to go back? No drips on the floor. No drips on the floor, Dan. Look, drips. Drippity drops. You see them? Now there's more. Now there's more there. You see them? I'm talking bullshit. I didn't say that there was... You just said she's not leaking. You said... Your exact words were... They said she got poked in the neck. She isn't leaking. Your next shit is... I see what you're saying. I didn't say there wasn't blood. No, it's exactly what you said. She looked at dude that got up behind them. He didn't do shit. She looked at the lady next to her. She didn't do shit. She looks down at her shirt. She starts crying. There's more drips on the floor. What do you think? She didn't get poked? She looked over at this lady. This lady getting her shit together, man. She ready to go. Not one person did anything. How heartbreaking. They do eventually. Too little, too late. And they should have ate dude. She knows she's alone right now. The sickening footage shows her looking at her phone as Brown unfolds a pocket knife. Brown, you's a bitch. And you know how I know this dude's scared as fuck? Because if I see a lot of movement like what dude was doing getting a knife, I'm looking over there. I don't give a fuck who's sitting there. It could be the toughest fucking Theo, the toughest cousin you got. I'm looking at the motherfucker. Why you moving so much? What's going on over here? I just saw him pulling that knife out. That's it. That's all I needed. Few seconds before looming over her and plunging several fatal pokes into the diminutive woman's neck. She was minding her fucking business. Just tiny. Dude's a whole bitch. Look. He walking past. Now, I don't blame them for not seeing what happened because it was rather quiet. There was no hubbub. There was nothing loud. But those 4 or 5 people in that immediate area should have opened their mouth and said, yo, grab dude, smack dude, something. They did nothing from what I see. And the guys that I saw helping her in the video that I saw helping her, I don't even see them in this image right here. There's a coward. Now, mind you, his blade is still dripping. Zarutska escaped the horrors of war-torn Ukraine to start a new life in 2022, only to be savagely unalive while she was minding her own business. He's still leaking all over the floor. Dude, look down. Why is he leaking?
Iryna
Say, I got that white girl. I got that white girl.
Iryna Zarutska, who was stabbed multiple times on a car subway. You seen this video? Yeah, where was the subway? Was where? He's been silent on a night train. He stabbed multiple times by multiple times.
No, I haven't heard.
Okay.
When did this happen?
It happened in August, but the video just changed.
Oh, I see. Yeah, I see the video. I'll know all about it by tomorrow morning. Thank you.
Oh, so it happened in August, but the video just came out? Oh, that's sad, man. Oh, he was leaking. He was leaking. So she leaked all over her clothes, and he leaked all over the floor. And I thought about that. Did he cut himself when he poked her? He did. This is a phone call with him days after his arrest.
So you said something in your body did what?
Nah, the material, put it like this, the material using my body to stab the lady.
And so she just got stabbed.
Yeah. You know that's not me. I'm talking about just for no reason. But since they did that, now they gotta investigate the material my body is exposed to. Since they want to do all that, now they gotta investigate.
It's funny because she's from the Ukraine. She's from Russia, and you know they got a war. They had a war going on against the United States.
The material made his body do that shit. The material. Now they got to investigate the material since they started all this shit. I mean, give him 100 years. He don't need to be outside if he got material forcing him to do some shit. You know what I mean? He don't need to be outside. Lock his ass up. But stop pretending you know you did something to help to get these people that's lost out the streets.
It's funny because she's from the Ukraine. She's from Russia, and you know they got a war. They had a war going on against the United States. So I'm just trying to understand, out of all people, why her?
That's hey, it ain't. I don't have nothing. They just lashed out on her. That's what happened. They lashed out on her. Whoever was working the album, whoever was working the material, they lashed out on her.
Somebody in control of him. Whoever was working the material. The shit that crazy movies are made out of. Fuck. Yeah, I'm sorry, Shannon. He's talking to his sister. Audio surfaced of a phone call between Charlotte train poking suspect DeCarlos Brown and his sister Tracy Brown, recorded just days after he was taken into custody for allegedly poking 23 years old, Ukrainian refugee Iryna Zarutska to termination on a light rail train. The conversation, recorded on August 28, just 6 days after the attack, was provided to the Daily Mail by Brown's sister. It marked the first time they're trying to get him the sanity. It marked the first time a 34-year-old suspect has been heard speaking since the poking. In the audio, Brown can be heard admitting that he injured his hand during the. I didn't hear that. While acknowledging that he did not injuring his hand during the poking, while acknowledging that he did not know Zarutska had never spoken to her. I hurt my hand. I didn't hear that part. Poking her. I didn't even know the lady, Brown told his sister. I never said not one word to the lady at all. That's scary, ain't it? Why would somebody poke somebody for no reason? I didn't hear that. Brown, who according to family members has a history of mental illness, went on to claim that the government had implanted materials in his brain that were controlling his actions. He insisted that investigators should look into the implanted materials, saying they were responsible for his violent outbursts. Tracy Brown, 33, pressed her brother for answers during the conversation, asking him directly why he targeted Zarutska. She described the attack as senseless and heartbreaking, particularly given Zarutska's background. Out of all people, why her? Tracy asked her brother, according to the Daily Mail. She's from the UK, she's from Russia, and they had a war going on against the United States, so I'm just trying to understand, of all people, why her? So is she trying to prove that he got materials in his head too and that the U.S. put him up to it? Don't get me fucked up. I believe in scopolamina. I don't believe this is the case here. For those that don't know what scopolamine is, you got to look it up. It's called devil's breath. And it puts you under the power of suggestion. You know? And they've been talking about that shit since Sirhan, the man that took out Robert Kennedy. They just lashed out on her. That's what happened, DeCarlos replied. Whoever was working the materials, they lashed out on her. That's all there is to it. Now they really got to investigate what my body was exposed to. Now they got to do an investigation as to who was the motive behind what happened. But everything, we're going to put everything on the government, bro. There was a gang fight in fucking Humboldt Park yesterday. Everything is the government? I don't know. The commuter, who was still wearing her pizzeria uniform, was captured on train surveillance video cowering as her attacker towered over her minutes before the attack. Not minutes, seconds. He's also been charged with first-degree unaliving in state court for allegedly stabbing Zarutska to unaliving. Her family said Zarutska was a passionate artist and graduate of Synergy College in Kiev, where she earned a degree in arts and restoration. She was remembered for her creativity, her love of animals, her determination, and her eagerness to learn.
Zarutska's fellow passengers tried to help her. The Ukrainian refugee had collapsed to the floor underneath her seat on the Lynx Blue Line train in Charlotte.
Bruh, she should have never collapsed to the floor before somebody had her in their arms, man. Right? I'm going to play this for you. You're going to see this.
Following the stabbing attack, when a number of train riders ran over and bent down beside her, trying to offer aid. Heroic passengers reportedly tried.
People did show up to help her. Those people in that immediate vicinity, I don't want to hear no interview from y'all. Shut the fuck up.
Tried to perform CPR on the 23-year-old victim, as one man took his shirt off to dress her wound, and another ran to tell the train operator what had happened and get them to stop the train.
They should have never let dude get off that train. Squashed him right there. They could have kept him breathing.
Tragically, there was nothing that they could do to save her. Only moments.
No, I'm just policing this video. Make sure they don't show the wrong shit.
New footage reveals that in the final moments of her life, Iryna Zarutska's fellow passengers tried to help her. The Ukrainian refugee had collapsed to the floor underneath her seat on the Lynx Blue Line train in Charlotte, following the stabbing attack, when a number of train riders ran over and bent down beside her, trying to collapse to the floor.
Bruh, she was there long enough to bleed out and collapse to the floor, man. No pressure, nothing. Most likely by the time the good Samaritans that had balls enough to touch the bleeding little white girl that was so dangerous, because I don't know what these other motherfuckers were scared of. What was that shit that Analog called it? Bystanders, some shit. The bystander effect. Man, fuck y'all bystander motherfuckers, man. I would hope somebody would be there for somebody I love. It's crazy.
Underneath her seat on the Lynx Blue Line train in Charlotte.
Bruh, she should have never been able to collapse. Somebody should have held her up, man.
New footage reveals that in the final moments of her life, Iryna Zarutska's fellow passengers tried to help her. The Ukrainian refugee had collapsed to the floor underneath her seat on the Lynx Blue Line train in Charlotte, following the stabbing attack, when a number of train riders ran over and bent down beside her, trying to offer aid. Heroic passengers reportedly tried to perform CPR on the 23-year-old victim, as one man took his shirt off to dress her wound.
Now, I saw media outlets try to portray this as they were running her pockets, when indeed the man took her wallet out and took a picture of her ID and put it back. Took his shirt off to help stop the leaking. Do not trust your media, people. She looked up at the lady but didn't ask for help. You think she could talk? Just got poked in the neck. How you think shock works? For a guy that says he's been poked and all this and this and that, it seems like you don't know about these things.
And another ran to tell the train operator what had happened and get them to stop the train. Tragically, there was nothing that they could do to save her. Only moments earlier, the nightmare played out. Homeless repeat felon DeCarlos Brown Jr. was seen sitting behind Zarutska, and she was seemingly absorbed in her phone on her way home from work. He then allegedly stabbed her multiple times. After the shocking, unprovoked attack.
Quick, boom, boom. Yo, did he steal on her? Again, they're not seeing a spew happening. She got a black shirt on. She leaking. She knows she leaking. It's leaking on her pants. You think that your voice doesn't work if you get poked in the neck? I'm saying old girl's in shock, bro. Do we even know how much English she speak? She looked over enough. A look ain't enough for you to feel like she need help. Seeing her get punched in the head or poked or whatever ain't enough for you to help. So no, maybe her voice didn't work. Not everybody's as tough as you. Maybe she was in shock. Maybe if she voices anything, it makes shit real. The same way everybody else, if they would have done something and make shit real. Them not looking made them act like it wasn't happening. I don't know. I understand always thinking with all possibilities, aka conspiracy hat, but sometimes human beings are so messed up with no real reason behind it. Just fucked up humanity, in my humble opinion. Fucked up loony bin motherfuckers, man. Everybody want to make a deeper situation out of it. It's disrespectful. Oh, people react certain way. You don't know how people react. People react differently.
Zarutska looked up at her killer with terror in her eyes. She was seen cowering in fear and covering her face with her hands.
And some people don't know they've been poked when they got poked. And some people don't know that they've been punched in the face. All of that shit. So yes, that is a possibility. Some people get lit up. They get aired out. They don't even know they're aired out. They check later. Oh shit, I got hit. Adrenaline's a wonderful fucking thing. So please, miss me with being so sure.
In a state of shock, as the video reveals multiple people looking confused in the
Get your asses up.
Immediate aftermath of the attack. A man in a gray hoodie was seen standing up and following Brown as he splattered blood up and down the train, while a woman in red glanced over at Zarutska before grabbing her things and leaving her seat. On Monday, the FBI announced that
you're a whole bitch. May your face be erased from the history of man.
Brown was hit with federal charges on top of the state murder rap he already faces. He could face the death penalty if convicted. The career criminal...
Well, y'all about a life late on that. Y'all about a life late on that death penalty shit. Shit, a needle in itself hurts. Pain can hit you in any type of way, in my personal experience, or it cannot hit you at all. You know what I'm saying? Adrenaline comes. You feel like you got punched in the head. You know, many people that got hit with a razor tell you, I didn't know I was hit until this or that. You never know, man. Shock hits everybody differently, like you said.
Had 13 prior convictions, including for armed robbery, and was released without bail.
Bruh, y'all should have ate him. Y'all had every opportunity to eat him alive.
And had a trial pending when he allegedly...
Right there. Bing, boom, pow, boom. Pow, boom, pow, pow. All of that shit right there. He put himself out of commission right there. This guy wasn't in the right mind state. He wasn't. A motherfucker that just did that to somebody ain't doing all this. Putting himself in vulnerable positions. He's trying to get the fuck off this train. With little effort and a whole bunch of mistakes, he still managed to get off. Why? Because most people on that train was punks.
Killed Zarutska. Meanwhile, his family said the troubled man never should have been on the streets and that the system failed him. He was a high risk. He was not in his right mind. He was not safe for society. We know what he has been dealing with the last 3 years, and now an innocent woman is dead, his sister Tracy told the Daily Mail.
Yeah, whoever let him out of jail should probably go to jail, but that won't happen.
Tracy's mother told CNN she tried to get Brown placed in a long-term mental care facility, but couldn't because she wasn't his legal guardian, she said.
Bro, he didn't even think. He pulled that shit out like it was a fucking chapstick, dog. He pulled that shit out like it was nothing and didn't even think, jumped up.
Sister Tracy told the Daily Mail. Tracy's mother told CNN she tried to get Brown placed in a long-term mental care facility, but couldn't because she wasn't his legal guardian, she said.
That blade scooted up in his hand, so it hit something, scooted up in his hand, and it cut him. I guess they showed us and they told us about somebody helping him, but that shit was too little too late. She fell out that chair. She should have never been alone. She should have never been in that position. Rest in peace to Iryna Zarutska.